Welcome back, guys. Fire here, and in this one I'm going to be doing part 2 of Metroid Dread. Let me get the camera angle good. There we go. Yeah, in this one we're going to be, fingers crossed, killing the first Emmy. So we go up here. That's just a map, we don't exactly need that. Go through here, you get a missile tank upgrade. For those of you who don't know whether he can come and get you during like that bottom section there, he can. I figured that out the hard way. So we now have the charge beam. Which is quite a nice thing in my opinion. But one of the things you want to make sure you do with the charge beam is you want to make sure you've always got it like charged up and ready. Don't go through there because that's just... But yeah, now you've got a bit of your energy tank ready. But yeah, we go through there. That opens up this door, which then allows us to go ahead and do this, and then we can change the flow of heat. I think it's just lava, because it genuinely just looks like lava to me. So now we're going to speak to Adam, or should I say Adam. I might tell you a neat thing later on, like really later on in the playthrough, about Adam, because I think it's a really cool, neat little fact that I now understand after having played Metroid Fusion. Shit. Oh, a neat little fact about the gun that's shooting at me that is up over there. It actually changes. When we fight the next Emmy, like brain thing, you're gonna find out that the actual like little turrets that shoot at me, they actually change colour to match the no. Cancel download. Continue playing. So for the Emmy, for this Emmy, you want to wait until it's like above you. That's why I checked my map. You want to wait until it's sort of like above you, and then you want to run into that room, run right to the end, and then you want to just continuously fire there, which should allow you to kill it easily. But as soon as you see their faceplate start to break, you need to instantly start going, now I'm going to charge up my next move. So from that we got Spider Magnet. So now we're on our first boss. Do I call this a boss? Do I call the Emmys bosses or not? I'm gonna say that the Emmys are not bosses. Those are like mini bosses because you don't like properly fight them. They don't have like a proper good amount of decent attacks. Maybe later on I will do like a ranking system of every single Emmy. So yeah, he's gonna now spin around, be miserable. But from now on, because the tail takes more damage, and it also just means that it's easier to hit. Oh, he's gone. No, he hasn't. And that's it. So, not the hardest boss. Definitely possible on Dread mode, which, for those of you who haven't played, is one hit KO from anything. If you came into the very first area on like New Game Plus or something, in Dread mode with maximum everything, it doesn't even matter if you get hit by the smallest little fly. Those flies that were in the previous episode, even if you touch those, you're dead. It does not matter what happens. I know! I've got the Phantom Cloak! So basically what this thing allows me to do is now I am able to do things like that. Shit. Shit. I think it saves. Yeah. Well, there's another death. God damn it, game. Guess they did have to kind of make it harder for speedrunners to not break their game. So yeah, in order to fire like as fast as I was firing just then, you basically need to hold your L button, which is your aim button, grab your finger, and like make sure that you can like, and then just shake your finger back and forward like really fast. Let me try that again. I have no clue how to... Ah! Right then. So that's not possible just yet. But yeah, basically what you just saw was I have a mode on my controller that I'm actually going to enable now. It's called Turbo. So that's going to basically be enabled for the entire thing. Call it cheating if you want to. I couldn't care less. It's built into my controller, so I could not really give a shit. Later on, obviously, we're gonna have to stop that, because otherwise I'm just not going to be able to play the game. But during things like boss fights, where you don't even need the proper... During boss fights where you don't actually need to have the charge beam, you just don't need... You can just press and hold that. And yes, it does work with missiles. So I'm going to be really... So theoretically, as long as you open up all the charge beam doors, theoretically, as long as you open up all the charge beam doors, oh, and here's proof. In a second, I'm going to show you some proof as to just how strong this thing is. I don't think it works with... Yeah, so it don't work with that. However, as you can see, it's really, really strong. That thing is usually deadly, as I've just demonstrated. So he's been redirected to the other way. Now that door's open. But yeah, there's proof that it works on missiles as well. Don't use this like in a multiplayer game, otherwise you might get banned, you might not. Depends on how lucky you are half the time. I would ban you. Which you might think is weird, because I'm using the exact same thing literally right now. But this isn't a multiplayer game. This is a single player game that I enjoy. And that other people probably do enjoy as well. But it's single player, so it could not really make me care less. Ah, I know where we are. So this is going to become one of the key parts of this. It's going to kind of become one of the key parts of this game. I'm not going to say it is, though. So you activate the flow here. I can't remember if you go. I don't think you go straight back in there. I don't think so, at least. Oh no, you do come. I remember now. So you come out here, you go through here. That does help a lot, that you don't have to spam it. I was trying to hit it from underneath the door, because it does work like that sometimes, but apparently this time it did not want to work. I am going to run around and grab that energy tank. For one reason and one reason only. Or am I? Shit, no. Always remembering his nose. We has us to go this ways. Come on. These do get repetitive very fast. These are my least favourite thing. The very last one's pretty cool because it proves just how much detail they actually. So, in other words, what he's saying there is an Emmy's really powerful. Don't 1v1 it. Don't try and WWE 1v1 it. Otherwise, things will end very bad for you and not for it. So now that the lava's dissipated from that room, we can go back in there. Or we can go in there now. Yes, as you can see, there is another energy part in there. So that means you're going to have that means you're 50% of the way. Fuck. Shit. Oh, when do I last... Where does it put me? Hey, that's not too shabby, I guess. Oh, blimey. Still a bit saucy, that is. So now you go through here, through here. You grab that on the way back, or to be fair, whenever you like. I don't really mind when you do it. I do it on the way back because then it's faster in my opinion. There's another energy part to a 4. So here's another. This game rarely does like its heat, but it's also The only issue I have with this game is how much backtracking there is. This game has far more backtracking than any of the others have. And I don't like that. That's just the thing about me. I don't like tons of backtracking. Hate it. I've always hated it. Will always, forever, from now on, hate it. Hate backtracking in video games. This is the other way you travel between worlds. So you've got elevators, trams is what I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it like an electric tram thing. Because theoretically that's all it is an electric tram. And then you've got teleporters. Teleporters are good if you're trying to get from one area to another that requires like 5 different areas to get to. But I prefer, like, one of the areas has 1 entrance and 1 exit, and they're literally the exact same. The entrance is literally the exit, which makes it a pretty shit area in my opinion. It's also very small, however, it does hold a really strong item called the plasma beam. Yeah, so go this roll. Don't give a fuck about that. Shit. I think I'm gonna get the item that I'm after from this area, which shouldn't be too difficult. Yeah, getting the item from this area shouldn't be too difficult. Will most certainly still be a challenge. However, I doubt it will be as big of a challenge as other items later on. I'm also going to quickly save. Do we see that? I think we're going to get a sneak peek at the enemy, at the enemy of this area. Which I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, is one of my least favourite in the entire game. For one reason, and one reason only. But I will not spoil. I will not spoil, so you're going to have to wait and find out, see if it is if it is the one that I despise. I think what makes this area cool to me is the fact that once you my favourite item. This is my fucking favourite. So we've already got Charge Beam, and you may be thinking, well, why is this your favourite? This is why. Shit. Shit! How do I get through? Oh, I think. No, that isn't the way. How do I get out of this area? Oh yeah, it's... so you may be thinking, well, here's the Emmy arena. What's so annoying about this Emmy? It's the exact same. If you've not already played this game, that is the issue with it. Because this thing... Shit! That's why I hate this one. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed watching, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in part number 3. Bye-bye.